Hello everyone. I'm Soya Aoyama, Fujitsu Defense and National Security Limited. I'm security researcher, global Fujitsu distinguished engineer, and outside company, founder and organizer of Bsides Tokyo. I've been working for Fujitsu for more than 20 years as a software developer for Windows. I have developed NS drivers, Bluetooth profile, Windows application, and more. I started doing security research in 2015. And I have presented at many conferences, but this is my first time at Bsides Tallinn. Thank you. Okay. Today, I'm give a presentation called the Ransomware Protection Full of Holes. Okay. May 12th, 2017. Remember? Yes, it's the day of the WannaCry cyber attack. WannaCry caused tremendous damage all over the world. It spread beyond Europe, and according to one theory, eventually affected about 230,000 computers worldwide in over 150 countries. And the total damage is estimated to be $4 billion. Microsoft had an answer to the ransomware protection represented by WannaCry. It's literally ransomware protection. Microsoft added this feature with the Windows 10 for Creators update released in 2017. The feature is called Control Folder Access and blocks ransomware and other malicious apps from accessing files in real time. Let's take a look at the detail. The foundation of Windows ransomware protection is control folder access, which consists of protected folders and allow NAP through control folder access. In addition, control folder access is disabled by default, and you need administrator privileges to enable it, as well as to disable it. So you can not easily change these settings. Protected folders are folders that are protected by ransomware protection, and apps that you do not allow cannot access them. You can add folders that you want to protect. Note that default protected folders, such as documents and picture, are already included, even if you do not specify them. allow an absolute control folder access are apps that can access protected folders. We can also add apps. It says apps determined by Microsoft as friendly are always allowed, but they are not shown by default. This is how Microsoft has implemented ransomware protection for Windows. But unfortunately, it's full of holes. And many researchers are working on way to bypass it. This is a technique to bypass control folder access that use Office OLE by exploiting the inclusion of Office apps in the whitelist. This technique involves writing the encrypted data from memory to new files and replacing the original file with a rename call. This technique takes advantage of the fact that security features are disabled when Windows is started in safe mode. Finally, here is my previous research, techniques to the DL injection. In 2008, I was researching ransomware protection. Of course, apps that are not included in allow an absolute control folder access cannot access protected folders. However, I have found that File Explorer can access protected folders. This means that if I can somehow inject a malicious DL into the File Explorer, I can bypass the ransomware protection. By the way, are you familiar with MITRE attack? This is a globally accessible knowledge base of adversary techniques and tactics based on real-world observations. It describes component object model hijacking as a technique for inserting malicious code in a place of legitimate software. Since COM objects are managed in the registry, it's possible to hijack them by editing the registry to reference a malicious payload inserted of legitimate COM object. All that remains is to find the target COM object in the registry. Under context menu handlers in the registry are the means that appear when you right-click in File Explorer. Among them, I focus on this GUID. If you search this GUID in the registry, it appears under CLS ID. So this GUID is the CLS ID that identifies the COM objects. And the default value for server 32 is shell32.dll. If you change this to a malicious DLL, you can inject it into File Explorer. But you cannot change this value directly because this is a managed view of HK class's root. As described in MSDN, the managed view of HK class's root shows the managed value of HK local machine and HK current user. And if both values are present, HK current user takes precedence. HK local machine has a value for this CLS ID. But HK current user does not even have a key. Therefore, adding a value to HK current user will change the value of HK class's root. So write a batch file with a command to add the path of the malicious DLL to HK current user, and command to restart File Explorer. When File Explorer is restarted, it loads the malicious DLL. The malicious DLL is executed on the File Explorer process and can encrypt protected files. This completes the ransomware POC. Of course, since I wanted the bounty, so I reported the results of this research to Microsoft. But they said it was not vulnerability for the following reasons. Predicated on the attacker having login access to the target's account already. Since you are only able to write to HKCU, you will not be able to affect other users. There also does not appear to be an escalation of privileges. And finally, it would appear the attacker would not gain anything from this attack. Okay. So attacker can get ransom from this attack, right? Okay. This is my previous research. Well, I found an interesting article in the 2021 Forbes. It's the article Windows 10 Ransomware Protection Effective Against Ransomware. I was skeptical about this article because I thought my previous POC was still valid and could be easily encrypted. Just to be sure, I run my POC on the latest Windows. Here is a video on the POC. I mentioned earlier running on Windows 11. Here's the image of the Echina is pre-saved in the picture folder. Next, open the ransomware protection settings screen. And enable control folder access. And run batch files that were successfully encrypted in the past. So the program has been blocked, and the Echina is safe. Finally, a check of the blocking history shows that the control folder access has protected the picture folder from the file explorer. As you can see, my previous POC is not longer valid. Microsoft said that my report was not vulnerability, but they had secretly fixed it. I was so frustrated that I started looking for other holes in ransomware protection. So far, I focused on apps, but this time I focus on folders. When you check the property of the picture folder, it says you can change. And when you try to change the folder location, you are asked if you want to move the files like this. A good idea, but bad idea for Microsoft, just popping into my head. If I change the location of the picture folder directly in the registry, I suspect that no file will be moved. If you check the control folder access registry, you will find allowed applications and protected folders under it. They seem to correspond to allow an absolute control folder access and protected folders. However, both are empty inside. Where are documents and pictures? The default protected folder is in another registry. And of course, since they are under HKey current user, you can change them with user privileges. Here's an overview of the new POC. Normally, control folder access protects the picture folder so that malicious apps cannot access and encrypt the image files. However, if a malicious apps change the location of the picture folder, the folder protected by control folder access is changed. However, the files are not copied or moved. And since the folder before the change is no longer protected, it should be possible to encrypt the image file right. Okay. I actually try it. Run a new batch file. And this time, reboot the system after change the user folder. This is because that system needs a reboot to recognize the changed user folder. It's a long time. Unfortunately, Microsoft was unable to protect the Echina. Check the blocking history like before. There is nothing in the blocking history. Yes, I outfoxed Microsoft again. Of course, I reported to the results of the research to Microsoft. Microsoft also says that it's not a vulnerability. And what a surprise, just this one phrase this time. Because control folder access is a defense in-depth security features. What? In fact, the MSRC's Microsoft Security Servicing Criteria for Windows page has a section called Defense in-Depth Security Features. And status that control folder access is not covered by the bounty. Unfortunately, my dream was cut short. I want everyone to know how dangerous this problem really is. So I created an even more dangerous POC. Again, I used the component object model hijacking methods. It may not be well known. Component object model hijacking can specify network paths. This means that there is no need to send a DLL file into the target. In addition, a fileless attack are possible if some vulnerability can be used to write directly to the registry. And this DLL has the ability to encrypt files. But there are also hands to implement other functions. For example, C2 control, C2 collection. So I use the CVE 2018-1335 command injection vulnerability in this POC. This is a vulnerability in Apache Tika server. You can download the Python script here. And here is the modified Python script. The red underline part is a command to run on Windows, which create a user to access curly, connects to curly, adds the registry entry to load the DLL on curly, and restarts system. Now, let me show you. This Echina is safe. Open the ransomware protection settings screen. And enable control folder access. Check the IP address. And use it to run the Tika server. From here, the attacker uses curly to attack the target. The malicious DLL is on curly. A Samba user is created using pdb edit. And restart Samba. Run the Python script shown above. The system will reboot to remote. Unfortunately, Microsoft was unable to protect the Echina. Yes, I brilliantly encrypted files remotely. That's the summary. To allow user to freely change the location of documents, pictures, etc. These registries are located under HKey current user. The problem is that Microsoft include these existing registry in a protected folder by default. Microsoft should have let users add them instead of including them. So how can we solve this problem? The existing way is to add the folder you want to protect. However, many researchers have discovered holes in ransomware protection and more. Maybe discover in the future. Therefore, it's important to always back up important data. Of course, the preferred backup destination is not a PC, but media, NAS, or the cloud. And it's even better if generation management is possible. Finally, as you can see, this time I was able to encrypt the user's data in a very simple and very ridiculous way. It was such an easy method that you probably thought you could do it yourself. But please never create ransomware using this method. Okay, my presentation is over. Thank you.
So, questions about easy. Oh, there we go. They're going to give you a microphone, hopefully, in a second.
But my English skill is poor, so if I cannot answer, you please.
No worries. My company uses broken English as well. Only simple question. Did you ever get your bounty?
So I got bounty is one time, but it's not Microsoft. I get from one password. So yes, it's this is my linked ID URL. So my one password presentation is upload this site. So please show me, please show my presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions? Personal experiences with Microsoft? Maybe not today. It's for the next seaside convention. Well, if not, then thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.